A recent report has revealed that the New York Yankees are attempting to fleece the Toronto Blue Jays in a trade for Marcus Stroman. We're going to be talking about everything that this report dropped and why the Yankees need to do this deal immediately for the sake of this franchise. But before we get into this whole major report, we know that 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all your Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button, join me here on the channel. We're covering everything New York Yankees. Without any further ado, I need to get into this trade, and we need to discuss about what this whole predicament going down is and why the Yankees need to do this as soon as possible. I'm first going to pull up the beginning of the report, beginning of the article, saying the Yankees are reportedly trying to find a trade suit for Marcus Stroman and the remainder of his $37 million contract, which includes an $18.5 million in 2025 and a vesting option for 2026 if he hits 140 innings. So that's no surprise. That's kind of the update that we've had. That's really all we've known so far for Marcus Stroman and what the whole scenario is for him at this very moment and what the Yankees' plan is for him. However, this is what this article also contained. Stroman has 2 years left on team control that would allow the Blue Jays to complete their rotation. He would benefit from having players like Kevin Gausman and Jose Barrios as number 1 and 2 pitchers, and it would also avoid any extra pressure. The Yankees would receive Rojas and Paulino in a part of a salary dump. Rojas could start in 2025 in AA, while Paulino may even start at AAA. This comes from Drew Vonsayo. Now, as you see, that is the little predicted deal right there, but I do have the screenshot. We will get into the trade that is predicted right now, and although it may not be big names, this is something the Yankees absolutely need to do, or at least to consider right away. There's no way that you can kind of let back on this, especially with what you're getting rid of in the salary department. Here is the rumored or reported trade from Drew Vonsayo of Newsweek. The proposed trade is the Toronto Blue Jays acquiring Marcus Stroman, second tenure with the Blue Jays, and the Yankees acquiring left-handed pitcher Kendry Rojas, the Blue Jays' number 11 prospect, and infielder Edinson Paulino, the Blue Jays' number 17 prospect. So we can't expect the Yankees to really get anybody amazing in this trade. And I think that's just a very unreasonable thing to think, although I would absolutely love for it. But this is a very interesting trade for many reasons, and I will touch on just about every single one of them here in a few moments. But looking at this trade, the Blue Jays number 11 and number 17 prospect, we know the Blue Jays got a decently deep prospect pool. They weren't the deepest in the MLB now, but they do have quite a bit of young, sneaky talent. And although they're not really working with it, they don't know what they're trying to do with that talent. If they do acquire Marcus Stroman to add to their rotation, and they try and trade for Marcus Stroman for his $18.5 million deal, $37 for the next 2 years, for their two prospects who may not have an effect on the Yankees for, the next few seasons, but the fact that you can get two semi-decent prospects, ones that could always be flipped in deals, we know that the Yankees and teams of this status love to trade prospects around this mid-tier range for additional assets in the MLB. And that's one thing that really has been a big piece of MLB trades as of late for especially big-name players and stuff. And this would be an absolutely perfect opportunity for the Yankees to go just get that little bit more depth to the prospects. Whether or not they actually like someone, then they have the option to keep them, work them into the MLB. And as you see, starting in AA and AAA, they're not that far off from being in an MLB roster if need be, and having the ability to have some of these young guys, the Yankees absolutely benefit by that from either having them on the roster in a trade or set to be moved at any point. And looking at this, there is no way the Yankees don't do this deal. And looking at what we've seen before, the reports and the rumors from other teams getting involved in Marcus Stroman, it's never been this sweet of a deal. It's never been this easy to kind of just make that 2-for-1 move. You'd always have some interesting little things that you need to do here and there to be able to make sure this trade happens, because a lot of teams will not want to take on that $18.5 million contract. But if this is the case for the New York Yankees, and they're trying to absolutely fleece the Blue Jays, who are desperate, we know that their fan base hates Ross Askins. Good for us. He's not doing anything, trying to do everything he can, or it seems like it, but they're turning in on themselves. We can absolutely turn the Blue Jays team around by making them completely collapse on the GM, completely collapse on the team and go for another playoff miss season and give the Yankees just another little bit of boost in the AL East. So this is no doubt in my mind one that the Yankees need to consider. But I want to pull this up as well. Another big reason as to why Marcus Stroman should be traded and will be at least traded at some point or let go or whatever they decide to do with him. Look at the Yankees rotation. Where in this rotation do we need Marcus Stroman? We don't need Marcus Stroman in this rotation at all. Having the 1-2-3 punch of Garrett Cole, Max Fried, and Carlos Rodon, that is an absolutely insane 1-3. Then Luis Gil, Clark Schmidt, and any other pitcher they want to use other than Marcus Stroman is the exact option they would need and will be perfect for them when they go throughout a depthy season, I guess we could say. We know that the Yankees are bound to be a playoff team again. You know, I don't want to jinx anything, but it certainly seems that way. The team is almost too good to miss out on the playoffs, but looking at the way that we saw this most recent playoffs, the way that we're looking at the future of this team, the Yankees love to have options, and that's what they've been trying to really add in the infield and the outfield this season, but having this option also in the rotation and the pitching, you have 5 incredible starters here. You have some people that can throw into a bullpen game. You have some, middle relief, long relief type of pitchers that you can start in a game here or there. This is what the Yankees are looking to do, and Marcus Stroman just has no spot on this team from his price, from, skill. I don't want to say skill necessarily, but he is not a great pitcher. We saw that last season. He has some injury-prone ability-ness, I guess we could say, whatever that word is trying to come out of me but and making that all towards the Blue Jays, they would just be absolutely putting themselves further in the gutter. And we know that the Blue Jays are a bit vulnerable team. They know that they need to make a move. They know they're desperate to make a move. And Ross Atkins, if he wants his job saved, he has to make a move. So why not? Why not throw Marcus Stroman out and say, hey, go get your guy back. Go get your guy. He may not be the same anymore, but you don't need to know that. This is an absolutely perfect opportunity for the Yankees, and I'm very excited to see how something like this progresses and where we kind of go from here on this. But this is a poll from one of the Blue Jays articles about this. I went on, tried to get some insight from the Blue Jays fans, see what they thought about it as this was reported. As you see here, from 908 answers, of course I voted yes on this. Do you want to see Marcus Stroman for the Blue Jays? Of course, if we can get him there, completely mess over the Blue Jays, perfect. But when you look at this as well, 74%, which is 673 votes, voted no. They do not want to see Marcus Stroman back, but if this management gets desperate enough and the Yankees really kind of click into this, we have such a good potential to screw over the Blue Jays, and I really cannot wait to see if this actually does occur. But even if we don't get rid of Marcus Stroman in this deal, there are many other deals that we may get some worse prospects, maybe one prospect, maybe a player who's never going to play, whatever, but just being able to get rid of Marcus Stroman is a bonus at any point of the season. And I want to pull up, once again, as I mentioned, he's not the greatest player over the past few years, but when we're looking at his stats, you can see he's had some success in the past, and that has been, okay. He hasn't been bad, but the Yankee season was really not the one that we wanted to see, so having him come out of this, hopefully we do see him back somewhere else now, not with the Yankees, but his price tag somewhere else, and hopefully we see the Yankees get a nice little haul for him back in return, although if he's not on this roster and we get nothing, I really don't care about that either. Whatever we can get to get rid of him, that is the best plan of attack right now for the New York Yankees. But let me know what you think about this. Do you want to see this trade with the Blue Jays? And do you want to see us fleece this team? It will be very funny to see the reactions of those Blue Jays fans on here, and go see the reactions of Nick Goss from Jays Digest here about this trade. But that's all I got in this video. Like I said, let me know what you think about this potential deal. Hopefully something like this does go down, although if the Blue Jays do this, that's just not fair for us. That's absolutely incredible, but that's all I got. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. Remember, let me know what you think in the comments below, but that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.